Come with me as I try to do every open mic in New York City. My very empty mic. People usually show up a little bit late. It's 5 p.m. on Mondays at Caravan of Dreams. Let's see if this thing kicks off. So, an auspicious start. No one showed up for the first time in a year and a half. But let's keep going. On to Phoenix Bar. I feel like more men would go to therapy if you could go to therapy with your boys. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. The Phoenix 6 p.m. on Mondays host, I'd say 3.5 out of 5. He didn't do a ton of time in between, which is great, but he didn't do time up top. Supportive crowd, so I'd say all comics. Call it 4. Everyone listened. Venue is nice, but I'm gonna call it a 2.5 because they have never shut off the music once at Phoenix. If you go to a Phoenix mic, they're always gonna be talking over Sabrina Carpenter. The best set of the mic was Tori Morrissey, so follow her. Overall, good. It's always a good one to hit up. 6 o'clock every day except Wednesdays, so you can always, if you're on the Lower East Side, hit it up. I would suggest it, but you know, if you're performing for comics, about 8 other people, don't expect too much.
And let's see, Daniel on deck, but now let's clap it up for opener for tonight. Very funny, Josh Dawes. Give some love.
Look up for Sonia, talking about her bully killing herself. I gotta be honest, I don't want my bully to kill themselves, mostly because I don't want to have to find a new open mic to go to.
That was the Black Cat, 7:30 Mondays. The Monday and Tuesday is always a little interesting. It can be hit or miss. Today was a little more miss. But people listen. You get some regular people in the room, which is exciting. Host-wise, I got to give Sonia a 5. Cards on the table. It's the mic I go to the most. I like the room because it's honest. So if you do well, you do well. The material's good. If you do bad, you just did bad. It doesn't really matter if they know you or they don't. I've seen brand new people kill. I've seen people go there every day, including myself, bomb. It's a little cliquey, but they're gonna listen no matter what. So I think, highly suggested. A lot of people are scared of Black Cat. Just go, do your best. I highly suggest it. The bucket isn't rigged, so 2 thumbs up. Oh, and Amanda Giles had the best set from what I saw. Go follow her.
What's up, guys? Oh, I like dirty talk. I do like Dan's thought that, like, as long as you're having any kind of sex, doing anything to improve the sex, stupid. Like, I just feel like, no,
Take the win.
just barely qualifying, that's all I need to do. Dan plays sex, pass, fail.
So we got the 9 o'clock at Halyards in Brooklyn. Host Garrett, I think, does a great job. 4, kind of does his time, and then, I don't know, 4.5. 4.2. He does his time up top and then just calls the names out. I'm gonna go back to 4, because I feel like I like a little time in between, but that's my personal preference. If you don't like time, call him a 5. Venue, I would say a 5. I mean, it should host comedy shows. It does host comedy shows. If you're in a back room, there's no music. The sound system's great. Crowd, I would say generally, usually pretty supportive. You'll get some random real people we got real people tonight who laughed and were great. And the comics mostly stick around, mostly laugh. So another 4.5. I would say Halyards is a great Monday night mic to hit up. It was a little light tonight. I think it's been a little light at every mic I've been to today, but overall, highly suggest. Best set of the mic was Tom Achilles with a weird set, but a very good set. So give him a follow. Now on to the last mic of the night, Young Ethos.
Shout out to Danny Metz doing something I've never seen done, a callback to a different open mic. And shout out to these two following from one open mic to the other. Clap it up for actual audience. From their perspective, open mic comedy is an immersive theater experience where you move from one location to the other, and the comedians call back to it. All right.
Last mic of the night, Young Ethel's Doodle Mic on Mondays. Host, I would say 4.5, 4. Really solid host, very warm. He keeps people engaged. He doodles every comic who goes up to keep people there towards the end. It's a really cool idea. I said I would say he's that, except this is what he drew of me. So 1, he gets a 1. Every time he draws me, I feel like I look like block-headed Forrest Gump. Venue, Young Ethel's is a good comedy venue. The space is a little gross, but I don't know, 4 as well. Crowd, very supportive, very Brooklyn, but very supportive. I'll go 4 again, just 4 across the board, except for the 1 for the host. Shout out, I would recommend you go. Make sure you get there before 10, because otherwise you go last. It is a bucket. It's, I think, the only late night Monday mic, so if you're up late and don't mind being in Brooklyn, definitely worth going to. On to tomorrow.
It's just another Tuesday night. As a comedian, I'm jealous of musicians for a lot of reasons. Like, I love that a musician could just start their set like with tuning their guitar. I think it's a really cool way to start a set. You can't do that as a comedian. You can't just be like, dating's hard. Are we on the apps? You can't really do that.
Under St. Mark's is a long-running mixed mic, mostly musicians. It's a good place to work stand-up material for people who haven't seen it before, so it's a good place to work if you have a show coming up. It is a late-running mic because you get 7 minutes, and there's a lot of musicians who show up, but if you get up early, it feels honestly better than most bar shows you go to. Hosting, I'll say 5. They play a song up top. They have a theme song. They're very supportive, nice people. Let's see, venue, it's a theater space, so 4. It's a little grungy, but it's no worse than a back of a bar room. Hosts, I already said 5. Crowd, very supportive. Very supportive, but very sensitive. They're musicians, so if you have a self-effacing joke, keep in mind they're gonna feel bad for you. Like if you have a joke where someone says something mean but funny to you, they're gonna not like it because they feel bad for you when they're on your side. They're very sweet people. So keep that in mind in your joke selection choices. Best set of that mic. I was the only comic who went up, so let's get the co-host. Izzy, she had a new song, Night and Day. Follow her, she's really talented. But in general, I would highly suggest it. It's one where it's like I wouldn't do it weekly, but definitely do it at least once because it's worthwhile.
That's the cool thing, I think, if you do like comedy in another country, is like you get to be the person who invents Korean humping the stool. You get to be this groundbreaking artist in Seoul. You know what I mean? You could be the first one to introduce that.
That's the Comedy Village, 5:30 on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing it a couple more times. I probably won't film the response to that because they're always about the same. Host is usually Natalie or someone else. This is right by Times Square, can you tell? Host, I'll give it 3.5. I don't love that they randomly call people up, but that's kind of how they want to run it. The venue is cool, but I'm going to give it like a 3 because it's a comedy club, and if there's nobody there, it feels dead. This is great. This is going to be great. Is the crowd supportive? No. It's always a dead crowd. But it's because the walls swallow up the sound because they're designed for much larger groups. I will be going a couple more times because you get an audition spot if you go 3 times in 2 weeks, which is a good system. So I like that they reward that. On to Caravan of Dreams. Hopefully people show up for this one.
It's all together. But that's what I'm saying.
Have you guys noticed that the kids who are super into wrestling grow up to be adults who are super into conspiracy theories?
So that was the Wednesday, 7 p.m. Caravan of Dreams. 4 or 5 people. Paula co-hosts it. They do a lot of time, but I think you also get a lot of really great comics come through because they know it exists. It's very old, long-running mic. It's good to go to check out people who've been doing it for a second. Host-wise, let's say 3.5. Space-wise, I'm still gonna give it like a 2.5. I host my mic out of there, so I think I'm allowed to say that. Crowd support, I would say 4. I mean, I think people were listening, they were vibing with it. Best set of that mic, let's give it to Oni Francis. Always funny, love Oni, had a great set. Got to hear him talk shit, that's always fun. Now I'm on to Fierce City.
My favorite part of the mic was when you bullied Ryan into being pro-pedophile. That was pretty sick. Changed his belief, that's cool. This is what I always wonder what the opposite of a women and queers mic would be. This is pretty sick. This is the opposite of a safe space. This is great.
Coming back from Fierce City, the 9 is my first time at Fierce City. I know Jonesy from way back. Whew. Alright, I like it. I'm also a straight white dude. This is not a safe space, but kind of a grimy comedy space, so it could be fun. As a host, Jonesy, let's call him a 3. Supportive, makes everyone stay, so let's call it 3.5. The space, I'm gonna give it a 5. I think it's a really nice, good space for comedy. Crowd, I gotta go like 2. They're supportive and they're laughing, but they're a dark bunch. The only thing I have to compare it to is like old school, pre-pandemic Laughing Buddha, or like right after pandemic Old Man Household. Just really grimy comics, too much comedy and too much drinking, but are having a great time. I wouldn't suggest it for everyone, but if you're the kind of person you like dark comedy, like kind of fucked up shit, definitely check it out. I'm gonna be going back, but it's one of those places like you gotta know what you're getting into.
Thank you, Noah Reedy. But coming to the stage right now is Josh Dawes.
What's up, challenging? Every sex I have is challenging woman in bed. I'm like, who's gonna come first? I'm defeated right here, right?
That was the Comic Strip 6 p.m. Friday mics. The venue is a large comedy club and it's not packed out, so it has to be like a 3 for a mic. I'm sure for a show it's great. Host, I don't know, 3.5. He did a good job. And then, what else? Oh, crowd support, I don't know, 2.5. It can be supportive, it can be rough, but there's a lot of people who go there, they're regulars, it can be a lot of fun, you can be part of a community. Best set today, let's give it to John Doc, he's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, I suggest it. Again, it's one of only a slim number of options around that time for Friday, so you might just have to do it. But yeah, it's a good Friday mic.
Followed by Zach Liber. Right now, Josh Dawes.
The feminist bird watchers of Jersey City implies the existence of the misogynist bird watchers of Jersey City.
Just at the stand, 2:30, been up before, supported the crowd. Host, I'll give 4. It was 2 hosts, they did a good job. Venue is the stand, so I'll give 5. It's a good venue, it's a comic club, it's the nicest club in the city. Crowd, 4. I mean, it's long, and it's pre-sign up, so make sure you sign up early, because that's the earlier you get up, so you show up. Overall, good. I mean, I would definitely suggest that best set, say, Jet Crawford. You, Jet.
The place in the south I'm from is from Tallahassee. We just had a shooting there at FSU a couple days ago. I'm wearing FSU shoes right now. Yeah, go Noles. Yeah. It's almost impressive. He was an FSU student who was single. I don't know if any of you have heard about FSU women. They'll fuck you to be polite.
That was the Black Cat 7 o'clock Saturdays. I went dead last. It was 7 and a 9. I did fine, not great. Yeah, I was working on new stuff. Hosting, that keeps Sonia at a 5. She tries. Professional. She's always listening.
Wait, are you getting food?
Space, whatever I gave her before. maybe 3.5. It's really hot there, so let's call it a 3. Crowd is very hit and miss. I'll just say tonight, crowd was, when I got up, 3.5. Best set that I saw, quite a few people didn't do good. I'm walking around now because I'm also doing the 9 o'clock on Saturdays, so that 7 and 9 are like a quick 1-2 punch. Not quick, slow 1-2 punch, but you can do 2 and a 9, pretty much the only competition at that time period. So yeah, I would suggest doing it, but you have to get up there early, like 6:15 to sign up for the wait list, or you can sign up Sunday night or the Saturday night show. Yeah, I would suggest it. I do it.
I'm just saying, like, asking a white rap fan who their favorite rapper is like asking an old black woman who her favorite president was. I got a pretty good guess. Does she have a photo of his wife on her wall?
That was the 9 o'clock. I went in the next to last group, which is not where you're going to go. The 9 o'clock clears up the appropriate, but same rating for everything from the 7 o'clock.